Hi and welcome to another Type With Me. This week I want to talk about Cypress and how to add it to your Angular application to start end-to-end integration testing. Hooray! So when we surf to cypress.io, you will see that it has a tagline, the web has evolved, finally testing has too. It's a great tool because it's built upon Electron. You can very easily choose which browser you want to test it on. You will see all your tests. You can run separate tests there. You can have some snapshots, so see what's going great and what's not, and so on. Protractor is something that indeed comes standard with Angular, but it's not working that quite good in my opinion. It's using Selenium Protractor, but Cypress doesn't use Selenium. It's using their own magic there, right? So in that case, it's really a great and cool thing to look into. Our application is a very basic application. It's just an application with a post, a dashboard, and a home. I'm just gonna show you how to navigate through it and test it a little bit out, and how to add Cypress to your Angular application. So let's go and do that. So first of all, we need to install Cypress. As a dev dependency, of course, right? And we are also running our application here, right? You need to know that that's important, but also there we have some kind of solution that I will show you how to configure it, that when you want to run your end-to-end testing, that it will first start your application and then opens up Cypress. So don't worry, it will come out there and you will see that it will work. So, okay. Next thing that we need to do is go to our package.json. You see here that Cypress is being installed and that here we have our end-to-end part in our scripts in package.json, and then we can just change it to Cypress open, and this will open Cypress, right? So when we now do npm run end-to-end, and then we run it, you will see that it opens up an Electron app, like I said before. It also creates some new files there. So if we go here up, you'll see that we have some Cypress files. Here you have pictures, which are just static things that you can use within your tests. If you want to have some name, an email body, or whatever, you can define a lot of things right here. These are just like a password or like some kind of environment where you want to go to, I don't know, whatever. Put it right here. And then we have our integrations. This is our tests, right? And then you have some plugins here and supports, which has commands. You can add some commands. Commands are things like user behaviors or other things like here add login. If you want to do a login, you just provide an email and a password, and then you can write some Cypress code that does the login for you, and whatever test you want to use login, you can very easily do that by just using a command. Okay, so here we are, and we have some specs, right? I'm going to execute them, and then you're going to see what the benefits are for that. So here, for example, I want to execute it, so it's going to open it in Chrome 90. You can very easily choose your browser where you want to run it in, so that's also nice. If you want to have some kind of tester that, or another person that wants to test these tests in another browser, well, he can do so. And here you see that it does the actions for you. Yeah, it's still doing the actions, right? So it can take a while before he has completed all your tests, but okay. One of the things that you then can do is, for example, go here or here. It really uses some kind of snapshots on what he did, and you can dive a little bit deeper to see what's going wrong or where he hangs in your application. So that's a really great feature of Cypress. Alright, so I'm going to close this now. I'm going to stop it right here. And like I said before, here you can very easily choose where you want to execute it. But on this machine I only have Chrome, but if you have Edge or Firefox or another browser, you can very easily connect them right here. So great. I'm going to stop this one. I'm going to remove all these tests. Yeah, maybe maybe I'm going to remove all the other tests. Delete, move to trash, right? And then if you go here, up here, you have our action specs. We're gonna rename it to TypeScript because I want to have it as a TypeScript file, right? Here I want to go to local hosts 4200. That's just our web application, right? And then here you can just do things like go to and then type, and then it should have that value, right? So another great thing to notice is that you want to have reference types Cypress, so then you can have some typings here on CY, right? That can help you with things. I'm gonna clean up this file a little bit because I just want to have one test that we are going to write together. So that's it. And then of course I want to do here a .get from something, and then I want to click on it, and then I want to check if it has a certain value. Yeah. So test out navigation in our application. So let's go to our menu, and our menu is right here, components, and then here we have our menu, right? So I'm going to do something like class posts menu, and here class dashboard menu. Alright, so now I can just do this post menu. I'm going to copy it, going to here, and then here we can do get for this one, and it needs to be post menu. Right, I'm going to check it again, post menu. So that's great, and I'm going to put here .click. And of course, when we navigate towards that page, we want to see that that page contains the text posts works. So if you go to the posts command.html, you see posts works. So this should be the thing to do, right? So I'm going to save that. If we now want to run and start our Cypress application, you'll see what it does. We're gonna click on action, and it contains posts, works, right? And then if you go and over it, you will see that he highlights that. So that's also very nice in my opinion. I really love that. Here you get the dot get, and then you see here that he just selects that. So it's all these kind of things that I really love about about Cypress. I know it's very small, so I know if I can put a plus here or something like that. I don't know. That's maybe because I'm here. Yeah, well, you see my point. It's great to have such a tool like this. The last thing that I want to show you is how you can combine the startup of your Angular application together with Cypress. So that's something that I'm also gonna show and add here. So you have something like concurrently within Node, and it will just run 2 commands concurrently. So when you have an npm script and you want to execute ngserve and then Cypress open, well, you can very easily do that with concurrently, and that's also what we're gonna use for this, right? I'm also gonna stop my application here, so I'm gonna stop it. Do clear. Alright, so now we have concurrently, and now when I go to package.json and I'm going to this line, I can very easily put this here, and when I now do npm run end-to-end testing, you'll see that he will execute ngserve and then he will execute Cypress open. Well, he will do that concurrently, right? So he's now also starting your application. So if we are now going to execute actions.spec.ts, you will see that it will not work, but now when we do this, you see here compiled successfully, so we can execute this one again, and then you will just do the same kind of actions that we had before, visit it, and then you get here contains posts works. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will use Cypress. You see here that it has a lot of potentials, right? So here also you can say that I want to run all the tests, disable auto scrolling. You can see which tests have been running. You can do here stop, right, to stop everything runs. Then you can say I want to run, but we have just one integration test, but you can run every integration test. And you can choose a browser, and of course Cypress has also other analytics that you can start using, but then yeah, I think for certain features you need to pay, so I don't know by heart if that's a nice thing to do. But thank you very much for watching this. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel to get new insights on things like Cypress and or other things, right? Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.